You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that. The way it falls on the side of your neck, down your shoulders and back. We are surrounded by all of these lies, and people that talk too much. You got the kind of look in your eyes as if no one knows anything but us. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. So in love, so in love, so in love, so in love. You look so beautiful in this light, your silhouette over me. The way it brings out the blue in your eyes is the Tenerife Sea. And all of the voices surrounding us here, they just fade out when you take a breath. Just say the word and now we'll disappear into the wilderness. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. So in love, so in love, so in love, 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 so in love. You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that.
Colors and promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, but watching you stand alone.
Your presence is so special. Physically, we are missing a few important people, especially your precious and inspirational grandparents. But I assure you, they are here in spirit, and they're so happy for this family. If you would, please pray with me. God, we come before you to give thanks for the love that you've shared with these two people. We ask that you help Stephanie and Jeff to always remember that strong love that grew between them. Help each of them to love, respect, and encourage one another. And Father, guide Jeff and Stephanie as parents. Keep this family always in your care. Bless this union. Amen. Now, for those of you who don't know the story, the two of you first met at Starbucks about 3.5 years ago. Jeff, you were running an errand as a favor, delivering some paperwork. We didn't know it was to Stephanie, but it was. Later that same day, your paths crossed once again, this time at a Publix store. Was this fate putting the two of you together, or possibly a stalker situation? Turns out it was fate. But just to be sure, you kept it very casual for months before you began to date. Today signifies the creation of a new family for both of you. Jeff, your strength, calm objectivity, the way you support her, and still make her laugh. You're so loving, and you always put your girls first. You've opened her mind and world, gently nudging her out of her comfort zone. Stephanie, you remind Jeff of her mom. Just a tiny bit spicy.
Oh, it's funny.
And that's not a bad thing. You're not afraid to laugh at your own jokes, and you do so often. He describes you as incredibly smart, driven, and a go-getter. You set goals, and then you make them happen. Quite the opposite of him, you are not afraid to show your emotional side. Right from that very first conversation, Jeff has felt comfortable talking and sharing with you, and each of you feels heard. But now marriage is a commitment to life, the best that two people can find and bring out in one another. To make a marriage work, you sometimes have to overlook and forgive things that might frustrate you. You're promising to stick together, support one another through all of the sleepless nights, early mornings, unfolded laundry, and dirty dishes. But marriage is also about having someone to laugh with, to hug and snuggle on the couch with. It's having someone who will get your dumb jokes, or at least pretend to. So with this understanding, are each of you here willingly and prepared to dedicate your lives to one another?
Yes.
We are.
Yes.
Yeah, at least you are.
Yes.
Jeff, do you take Stephanie to be your wife, to love and cherish in sickness and in health, in good times and bad, and to be faithful to her for as long as you live?
I do.
Stephanie, do you take Jeff to be your husband, to love and cherish in sickness and health, in good times and bad, and to be faithful to him for as long as you live?
I do.
Jeff, if you would please share your personal words for Stephanie.
Stephanie, I love the life that we are building together. It has been one wild ride, but I wouldn't change a thing. Watching you grow as a mother has helped me develop as a father, and being your partner has made me a better man. I want you to know that your dreams are my dreams, and your goals are my goals, because I vow to always collaborate on life's big decisions. I vow to always put you first, even during football season. Yeah. I vow to always protect you, Isabella, Cookie, Wolfie, and Maximo. Those are our dogs. And Nino Bear, who's in heaven. I vow to support you and all your ambitions, and I vow to be honest when I think they are crazy. And above all, I vow to love you unconditionally forever.
Jeff, like in our relationship, I wrote an essay because I talk a lot more, but that's okay. So, dear Jeff Bear, we have had these conversations in the depths of the night, but today is different because we get to make our vows in front of God, family, and friends. You know how we met, and it was one of the darkest moments of my life. I was depressed, facing imminent homelessness, and shunned by my loved ones. I never thought I would have a chance at true love. My depression was deep, my hours of work were long, and school was more difficult. And then you stepped in. God sent you in the middle of my brokenness to shed light in the midst of those broken places. You showed me kindness like I have never known. You offered me a hand. And you offered me a place to even live in. I could have been a Craigslist killer. You were the good Samaritan when I was laying on the ground hurting with no help. In fact, when I first met you, I didn't even know you would be my person. You were just a kind person. But as time passed, I learned that you are my soulmate. You are fair, you are driven, you're objective, you're kind, you're smart, you're intellectual. I love our conversations. You're an amazing father, and while this is our wedding, I love having Bella here because I hope and I long for the day that we get to also see her walking down the aisle together to find a man with your qualities. Which brings me to this point, and I'm only halfway through my vows. You once wrote me a letter in which you told me life isn't about money or trips or making other people happy. It's about love, family, helping others, and doing the right thing with no regrets. And you're right. It's about love. It's so wild how we found love and love found us. We literally were born in different continents. We grew up in different countries. We made a living in different cities, yet here we are. I get to look at you in the eyes and call you my person, my soulmate. Now that I have you in front of me, I can tell you, haven't we been through so much already? We became parents, we survived COVID, we finished school, you supported me for a bar exam, we made it through postpartum, and we lost Nino Bear. And so now, until death do us part, I vow to respect you, cherish you, honor you. I vow to listen to you without judgment. I vow to hold your hand through life. I vow to sit next to you in silence when words are too much to bear. I vow to cry with you and to never take you for granted. I vow to laugh until our cheeks hurt and our bellies hurt. I vow to choose you every day above work and above everyone else. I vow to be truthful and kind and to be the root of our family tree when the hurricanes of life try to take us down. I'm almost done. I vow to always be your attorney and never the judge. I vow to listen to you with compassion and curiosity and not anger. And I vow to love you unconditionally. I'm not done. I'm almost done. I even vow, oh, here we go. I even vow to watch the Bucks. Jeff, and the Patriots sometimes. Jeff, there is no other person for me. I give you my all. Every part of me is yours. I love you with all the strength of my heart, with every fiber of my being, and from the deepest depths of my soul. I pray we die together in old age so that I don't ever have to live without you. I love you now and forevermore. Our love is eternal, and I am forever yours. Now I'm done. Oh yeah, I need that.
Isabella, can you come up here, please, and join Mom and Daddy? Let your relationship and your love for each other be like this plant. Let it grow. So if I can get Mom and Dad to add a little bit of dirt to the plant, and then Isabella, if I can get you to add some water. Isabella, if you'll just add a little bit of water, the water is what makes it grow. Just like you. Good job. Thanks, Isabella.
Stephanie, this ring is a token of my love.
Jeff, with this ring, I give you my heart.
I marry you with this ring.
I promise from this day forward,
With all that I have
you will not walk alone.
and all that I am.
By the power granted me by the state of Florida and our Savior Jesus Christ, I happily pronounce you to be husband and wife. Jeff, you may kiss your beautiful bride.
beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. But darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, or listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so.
Let's see, what are they gonna do? They got forks in their hands. They got forks. Forks it is. Everybody say, "Aw." Very nice. I like it.
Be my girl, be your man. I see my future in your eyes. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, or listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person, and she looks perfect. I don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight. Walking on a dream, how can I explain? Talking to myself, will I see again? We are always running for the thrill of it, thrill of it. Always pushing up the hill, searching for the thrill of it. All along, we are calling out, not again. Never looking down, I'm just in awe of what's in front of me.
I know that the past few years have not been easy, but wow, here you are today, marrying the love of your life and in the middle of catapulting your own successful law firm. Isabella has the best role model to look up to. You're beautiful, you're strong, and you're a resilient woman. I am so proud of who you are, and I love you with all my heart. As you start this new journey together, I pray that the Lord guides you and gives you wisdom. Love is a choice, and both of you have chosen well. I love you guys. Cheers to that. Cheers. All right.
Every time we do something, we always do it together, whether it be a new job, like we always follow each other. We went to school, college, and then became went into physical therapy. Now we're kind of starting our own business together. So we're every time we do something, it's always for each other, and we always motivate each other to get to the next level. The story that I remember the most between me and Jeff is probably when we first became friends, and we were at Lowe's, and this kid Cody. His name was Cody. Remember Cody? Okay. So Cody came up to us, or came up to me and invited me to a party, a bonfire. He's like, oh yeah, just come to a bonfire, we'll have some beers, like stuff like that. I'm like, oh, all right, sounds good. Cody was this guy. He's Florida born. Okay, so he had like a lifted truck. He liked bonfires, and you want to come over some beers? I'm like, all right, yeah, beer sounds good. So then I go over to Jeff, and he just like stared at me with like this blank face, and he's like, you're gonna die. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, you're gonna die. And I'm like, is that what you guys do? He's like, no, like you're gonna get thrown into the fire. I'm like, no. I go over, hang out with him. And then I come in the next day, and then he's like, oh, and then Cody comes up to me, oh, I heard what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, you were, out both ends. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, that's what was happening, for sure. And so then, Anyway, that was my story for Jeff. I'm so happy for you too. Because, I always knew, from the situation of me, turning on the boat, and, I couldn't turn on the boat. Turn on the boat, and like that. And, sometimes, whether you believe in God or the universe, that's what connects them together. Sure.